Here with Merrimack head coach and point guard of the Warriors after they defeat Niagara 64-59 at Waller on Thursday night. Coach, can we just start with an opening comment on your team's performance here tonight at home?
Yeah, first of all, thanks to the students for coming out. I thought that the football team showing up like they did added especially when we got our first lead, the place was super loud, and I thought it was a key factor. But that was conference basketball in February, and I told the guys after there's going to be a March game like that where the shot's not going in. We got to figure out how to get stops. We got to figure out how to get to the rim and get layups and get free throws. And they give them credit, right? They came in with a game plan, right? We're a very tough team to guard because it's if you help too much, we got good shooting, right? And every now and then there's teams that say we're going to make Bud Clark get 30 to beat us, and usually when they say that, he gets 30 and beats them. So didn't have to call a whole lot down the stretch there. Let's just get him in kind of a penalty side ball screen. They were trying to stay with the matchup and keep the size on him. Matt Beck sets some awesome screens, coming up out of the corner. But just, to get that, there've been a lot of games like that. Up 2, need a stop, get the stop. Up 3, need a stop, get the stop. Good player gets fouled, makes a free throw, game over, and just a great conference game.
Open it up to questions.
Was there any change in your approach at halftime, given it felt like they were glued to Beck and Savage? Did you try to change what you were doing as far as getting them open, or just how you were going about offense in the second half?
No, I just said be more aggressive. I thought they had us on our heels a little bit. I thought we had some kind of unaggressive takes to the rim. As much as we tell Bud if they go under, let it fly. We have total confidence in him taking and making that shot. But we don't want that to be all he's doing, right? And I thought we were kind of just doing what they wanted us to do. We just said we got to up the intensity, up our force. We were defending. I said, thank God we defend because it kept us in the game. And then, I thought just I didn't have to say much to him. I don't know what they said to each other, but I heard some good hooping and hollering going on in there, and I just kind of had a smile on my face and thought okay, we're good.
But just talk about the atmosphere. Obviously, Coach Gallo talked about it, but it was electric in there tonight. It was good. It was a good Thursday night here in North Andover.
Yeah, shout out to the football team, everybody that came out. It's like we fed off everybody's energy in the gym, so we fed off their energy and they picked us up when we was down.
Coach, I know you take a lot of pride in teams having to go deep in the clock to score against you guys. It seemed like their game plan was whenever they got a rebound or a turnover, they wanted to push. How did you feel about your team's transition defense today?
I thought they caught us a little bit by surprise early. I think it was most of their baskets came from early transition. Hats off to them. That's what people are going to start to do. It's let's beat them down the floor so they can't set their defense. Right? Let's get a shot up so we can try and beat them on the glass. There's different ways to go about it, but when we got back and we were set, we got them really, really deep into the shot clock. And even with that being said, I give their players a lot of credit. They got fouled late shot clock. They made timely baskets late shot clock. We really had to go make plays to win this game, and thank God we have a really good player who went and made those plays.
But 22 in the second half, it seemed like at a certain point you just kind of realized that you were going to be able to take the ball to the rim and not have a secondary defender there. So was that something that you just, once you realized it, you're like, I'm going to keep doing this until they change their game plan on it?
I just wanted to put more force, and I just read the defense. However they play me, I just read the defense and I go by that.
Sean had some key buckets in that comeback. Can you guys just speak on his performance today?
Yeah, he was a beast. In games like that, when it's physical, when there's holding, when there's grabbing, which I thought it was officiated really well. I think both teams were very physical. I thought it was a very fair officiated game. But when that's how the game's being called, that's when we need a guy like Trumper to just drive through those holes and not try to look for flops or look at the ref or worry about calls. And the force he played with, he had some 2-and-1s there down the stretch that were key plays for us. And he played a majority of the game as our 5-man. Brian was in foul trouble. We made the decision to go a little bit smaller instead of going with David Murray. We went with Trumper at the 5, and I just thought he was a beast. But he's always that guy. He leads to a lot of wins, and
Bud, real quick, your thoughts. Sunday.
Sunday.
What do you got Sunday?
Sunday, come on, man. I'm from Philly, man, come on.
Just making
I'm
sure.
from Philly, man.
Just making sure.
Eagles all day.
Who do the Jets got week 1?